starting off with Saturday's news, some anonymous sources who have been trying out the developer kits for the Nintendo Switch have said that the battery life is going to be about 3 hours. So whether this is just going to be the case in the developer kits or is going to be the case on the final release, I'm not really sure of yet. But yeah, if it's only 3 hours, that's pretty bad for the Nintendo Switch. It should really be lasting longer than that. Hyundai announced that they're recalling 62,000 of their Sonatas after a malfunctioning sunroof was found. So it was found that the wind protector on these panoramic sunroofs could make the entire thing come loose and just basically fall off the car. So obviously, because this is a big safety hazard, they had to recall all of these cars. And this is actually affecting the models all the way from back in 2014 up until the 2016 models. Instagram may also be getting live streaming, so this will be kind of tied into the stories feature on Instagram, and it may be called Go Insta, and it will basically let you go live and show that you're live basically in your stories feed. And as with stories, it's expected that these will stay for 24 hours and then go after that, although there's no confirmation on that yet. It was also found that the Pixel phones are pretty easy to repair, so it gained a pretty good score from iFixit on their repairability score. And yeah, basically it's pretty easy to take this phone apart. It's got a lot of modular parts, so if you have to send your Pixel in for repair, it's very likely that it's going to be easily repairable. And for a pretty big news story for Saturday, AT&T announced that they're buying Time Warner for $85.4 billion. And yeah, that's billion, not million. So under Time Warner comes stuff like CNN, the Warner Brothers, and HBO. And yeah, obviously this is a pretty big company, and these are all brands that AT&T is going to be able to use in their company to offer towards customers, so obviously there's going to be a big return on it. And on Sunday, Sweden banned camera drones for a reason that nobody really knows. So ground photography and videography are still allowed, and you're allowed to take pictures and videos in public, but for some reason they don't allow drones at all. And this isn't even, there isn't even like certain areas where you can't do it. You just can't do it over the whole country. And the strange thing is not even journalists are allowed to use drones to capture photography or videography or anything like that. So that's really weird on Sweden's part. But yeah, I just feel sorry for the guy that bought a drone like a week ago and isn't going to get to use it now. So on Monday there wasn't anything noteworthy to talk about, so let's move straight on to Tuesday. On Tuesday there was a whole load of device announcements. So the Xiaomi Mi Note 2 was announced, which has these specs and has this really nice curved front, which is kind of again similar to the S7 Edge and the Note 7 before it died. And they also announced the Mi Mix, and this is that crazy concept phone that doesn't have any bezels like other than the bottom of it. So the top and the sides are completely bezel-less. The screen actually takes up 91.3% of the front of the device, and there's a proximity sensor built directly into the screen. And it uses this really long word basically for to take the place of the earpiece, because you can't have an earpiece in a screen. And if you're wondering where the camera is, it's at the bottom, so that's going to take a bit of time to get used to, but I guess it'll be fine after a bit. But yeah, this phone does look pretty great, and I'd love to see it in person. And the BlackBerry DTEK60 was announced, and this is basically to take the place of the DTEK50. And this phone looks good and all, but I thought they kind of stopped making phones, so I must have been kind of wrong with that. They must have just stopped making phones with physical keyboard. I'm not really too sure. But yeah, BlackBerry went ahead and announced this phone. On Wednesday, Samsung Pay announced that it's going to be expanding to these new countries as well as online. So it's going to be partnering up with MasterCard, which is going to let Samsung users pay online wherever you can use MasterPass with Samsung Pay. And Android Pay actually did a similar thing just a day before this, where they basically partnered up again with MasterPass as well as with Visa to allow for the same thing, for them to pay online. And Google Access has also paused the fibre rollout. So it's paused in 10 cities and 9% of the workforce has been laid off. And the CEO of Google Access has actually resigned too, and he's moved into another part of Google. So this isn't going to be affecting people in cities that already have Google Fibre, and it's not going to be affecting the people in the confirmed places either. Those people are still going to be getting Google Fibre. And Vodafone has been fined £4.6 million after their lack of action for a glitch that happened earlier, where people that topped up using pay-as-you-go basically didn't get their credit. So this applies to the top-up failures that happened between December of 2013 and April of 2015. But the fine wasn't only for that though, it was also for the lack of customer service. Basically, people were saying that the customer service basically weren't trained well enough to handle queries and stuff. So they're being fined for that too. So in response to this, Vodafone apologised and they repaid the customers for basically these top-ups, and they also donated £100,000 to charity. Microsoft also had an event today, and I'm not going to talk about it in this video because I had a dedicated video for it, which is going to be up here. And the YouTube end screen feature is now out for everyone. So as you might have noticed in the 2 or 3 previous videos, I actually used this feature. And it's going to be in this video too, so if you want to see it, go to the end of the video. And Apple has delayed the AirPods release, and they're saying they need to put a bit more work into it. Hopefully that's in the design side of it, because it looks pretty horrendous, to be honest. So they don't have any date for when this will release, it's just listed as coming soon at the moment. On Thursday, Sony announced official Pro-gaming PS4 controllers. So Xbox has had Pro-gamer controllers for a while now, with the Xbox Elite controllers. But now it's finally time for the PS4 people to get that too. So basically there's going to be the Razer Neiju and there's going to be the Nacon Revolution. And Nintendo announced that there's going to be a Switch presentation in January of 2017. So here they're going to be talking price, they're going to be talking launch date, and they're basically just going to be giving a whole load more details about the Nintendo Switch. And it is expected at this point that it's going to be releasing around March of 2017, around that sort of time. And Twitter announced that it's going to be killing off Vine on Thursday. So people can't upload anything to the website at the moment, although existing content is going to stay up there for now. So it may be integrated somehow into Twitter, we don't really know at this point in time, but it was just basically failing to compete against the likes of Snapchat and Instagram, who both have similar kind of short video sharing capabilities. And the Jaybird X3 were also announced today. So these are wireless earphones that I've heard all over the internet about. Well, I heard about the X2s all over the internet. And yeah, this is pretty much an incremental update. It's just basically increasing the volume, bringing better battery life and stuff like that, and a slightly smaller profile. So it's available now to pre-order for $129.99 in the US at the moment. And on Friday, Uber drivers won a tribunal case in the UK. So up until now, Uber has been considering their Uber drivers as self-employed, so they didn't really get the benefits of holiday pay or paid rest breaks or anything like that because they were apparently self-employed. But the drivers actually won a case against Uber where they're now considered actually part of the company and working for the company, so they have to get all those sorts of benefits. So this is affecting over 30,000 drivers across England and Wales, so all of those drivers must be pretty happy at the moment. And Facebook is bringing out new Snapchat-like features for the camera. So some of those things include face tracking, as is the case on Snapchat, as well as a few other things like actually drawing on faces and stuff like that. And you're going to be able to send these snaps basically to your friends or to put it on your newsfeed for everyone else to see. And the thing that makes it even more like Snapchat is that it's only going to be available for 24 hours after you've posted it basically, unless somebody replies or basically interacts with it in some way. So this is currently being tested in Ireland, and I guess it should be coming out to everyone else in the near future. And Apple is officially no longer selling the Thunderbolt display. So instead now they're working with LG and other partners to basically make their own displays. So as you saw during the Apple press conference, if you actually watched it, LG came out with a 5K display, so that's something Apple's really pushing at the moment, and they're probably going to be working with other partners in the future. But yeah, the Thunderbolt display is pretty much dead at the moment. So that's it for this week's video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like. These are the end cards that you should see around me that I was talking about, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Hope you all have a great day. Bye.